Thank you. Good evening, everybody. 40 years ago, we were inveigled into voting to stay part of a common market on the basis that it was all about trade and nothing to do with politics. And those of you over the age of 58 who voted for that common market undoubtedly feel that you were lied to. And 40 years on, we're fighting a referendum where the Remain side, or the Romanians, as I think they're now known, but I'll come on to immigration later. The Remain side have clubbed together. They've got Goldman Sachs, they've got Siemens Engineering, they've got the International Monetary Fund, they've got Obama, they've got the political class, at least most of them, in Westminster, telling us that if we do not stay part of this political union, dreadful things will happen to us because we have this wonderful trade deal being part of the European Union. They are doing it, they are putting the Leave camp on the back foot, and they're doing it to try and put us off the main arguments in this referendum. The fact is, ladies and gentlemen, we don't have a good deal with the European Union. For access to the single market, we pay a membership fee, we have the free movement of people, we have a massive regulatory burden, and we're prohibited and stopped from making our own trade friendships with the rest of the world. Do not believe them when they tell you tonight that the single market is good for Britain, that we need to be part of this club to access the single market. Every country in the world accesses the single market, and even in the worst case scenario, that Britain does not have a successful renegotiation and simply has to rely on WTO rules, even in that scenario, the cost of tariffs would be less than our net contribution. So don't listen to politicians who've never bought and sold a cargo or a product or a good in their lives. Business is done because consumers choose to buy products at the right price. Now, the real debate in this referendum is we have an opportunity, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to vote to take back the independence, self-governance and control of this country's laws, of this country's courts, and crucially, of this country's borders. And I'm urging you tonight to support this motion. I believe in democracy. I believe that if you get a government that makes bad laws, you should, after 5 years, be able to turf them out and replace them with somebody else who undoes the damage that they've done. When a European law is made, there is nothing that you, the voters, the House of Commons, or the British government can do to reverse a single piece of European legislation. There is no direct democratic accountability within this European system, and frankly, I believe that those that went before us and sacrificed so much in 2 world wars did so that we could be a free, independent, sovereign nation that governs itself. And part of that is we've lost control of our borders. Net migration into Britain is now running at 10 times the post-war average, and that's if you believe the official figures, which frankly I don't. We have to build a new house in this country every 7 minutes just to cope with current levels of immigration. We are short tens of thousands of primary school places for this September, and the National Health Service is under literally intolerable pressure. What we need to do is take back control of our borders, to say that our passport should not be available to 508 million people, and let's put in place, post-Brexit, a sensible, proper, normal immigration policy along the style that the Australians do. Let's have people with skills and trades to bring. Let's have people who haven't got criminal records, which is novel for the Aussies, isn't it? And let's have people who will add and contribute to the economy, but let's have them in sensible numbers. And in this age of terrorism, when you remember that 2 of the people that caused the massacre in Paris had come into Europe posing as migrants through the Greek islands, we'll be safer and better and more secure, taking back control of our borders, putting in place a proper immigration system, getting back the sovereignty of our parliament and our courts, re-embracing the parts of the world that we've turned our backs on, like the Commonwealth and elsewhere, whilst at the same time being friends and neighbours with all of those in Europe. This opportunity must not be passed up. Let's take back control of our lives. Let's believe in ourselves. Let's believe in Britain. Let's believe in a better, stronger future for our nation. Thank you.
Persecution and violence